man, this is the reboot of the podcast, man. Got my homies here. We got Box. We got Matt.
Bro.
Okay, now, ladies, this segment is for y'all. We asked y'all to send us some questions that you'd like to hear a man's perspective on. So we're going to get into it.
What's the questions we got this time, man? I need to hear these, man.
Okay. So, first question is, from a man's perspective, rank these things in order. What's most important to a man? Rank these.
Yep.
Providing financial security, providing mental stability, providing emotional support, providing spiritual guidance, or providing physical need.
I think the number one thing for most men is probably the financial stability, right? If I'm just being honest. I would love to say it's the spiritual one, you know what I'm saying? But I think most men, it sound great. But I think most men will not enter into a relationship, and when they're thinking about entering into a relationship, that's the first thing coming across their mind. I don't know. Would you agree? Like, what y'all think?
I would disagree.
Yeah. Okay. What'd you think?
Because I'm not rich. I've never been rich, but I've never struggled to secure a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't put that top of list because I feel like most women. That might be a pressure that men add on themselves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Most women not really looking for that. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't have that top of list. Yeah. Is it important? Absolutely. But
okay. All right. Well, I would say financial security be my number one. I think number two would be that a man is thinking about is physical needs. I think number three will probably be at that point spiritual guidance. You know what I mean? And I think after that, that's when you're going to run into like the mental and emotional support and stability. I think those are last, you know what I mean, on their priority list. Now, if you're asking mine personally, number one is going to be spiritual because I feel like all the things flow from that, right? Second is probably going to go, I only think one to probably move. I'll probably say second would be the financial stability, but I think the third for me for sure would be around that mental or emotional support. That one I kind of would marry those together. Like that would probably be my number three. Because I kind of feel like, you know, I want to be able to provide financially, you know, like that's just going to be always top of mind. But I see the value as years have gone on. I've seen how the value of me providing that mental and emotional stability is so important to my, you know, to my spouse, to my wife. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Good. Yeah. For me, I think I 100% agree with your list. I'm going to answer it two ways. What it is for most men and what it should be.
Yeah. That's what I struggle between.
Yeah, what it is for most men, and I think it's easy to gauge it because all things on this list just raise what do we teach boys is the most important growing up.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the idea, hey, you less of a man if you broke.
That part.
Hey, if you ain't putting it down in the bedroom, you can't make her scream.
Yeah.
None of this other. We don't teach boys to value their own emotions or their own mental health.
Yeah.
So you can't expect him to care about supporting you and providing that for you.
Yeah.
And the spiritual guidance is if spirituality is important to his life. So I would go, like you said, 1, financial, 2, physical, 3, spiritual, mental, emotional at the bottom.
Yeah. Absolutely.
How it should be, mental and emotional should be number 1 and 2. Yeah. Because those things are going to make a relationship thrive. Because especially we live in the, like I said, I think in the previous pie, women are getting to the bag.
Yeah.
A lot of women don't need our money anymore.
Nah.
At best, they may need to go 50-50. But a lot of them got it.
Yeah.
So being able to provide being able to provide mentally, emotionally, then I would say physically, because that is important inside of a relationship. So. And then I would say,
where you put spiritual though?
Spiritual, this is third.
Oh, okay,
I got spiritual at 3.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. And then I got financial. Financial is at the bottom, honestly. I think every adult should be financially stable.
Yeah.
But as far as importance in how you show up in a relationship,
absolutely.
Finances should make sense. The bills got to be paid. Yeah. But what's going to make a relationship thrive and be healthy?
Yeah.
Finances last.
Absolutely.
Because you can be doing all that. Yeah. It should be trash. So you said spiritual, mental, emotional, mental.
Yep.
Physical.
Yep.
And then financial.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay. We got another question. A woman wants to know, can we name 3 areas of improvement that women needs to make?
Hey y'all, don't be setting us up, man. Getting us kicked off. Like, don't get us kicked off IG. You know what I mean? Like I don't want no crazy. You know what I mean? All right.
Welcome to men.
What are the top 3 areas?
Top 3 areas that are
secretly submitted this.
Nah. It's definitely female because I saw. Yeah.
That women need to improve in when it comes to relationships with men.
3 areas.
3 areas. Yeah. What you think?
That women need to improve in relationships with men. I would say number 1, and this is a disclaimer, not saying that I experienced any of this in my current relationship. I think we touched on it, and it came up enough for me to actually feel like this was valid. Being a safe space for men to land emotionally.
Yeah.
Men carry a lot of trauma, and we oftentimes don't know what to do with that in the context of therapy. So like the first step would just being in a relationship that's safe for us. And so I feel like that would be 1. Second, and this is me freestyling. So if I had more time, I would probably say something different. Second, I would say it's something about like expectations and like unrealistic expectations coming off the question that we kind of answered with like the financial responsibility, and like we often hear like a man need to be making XYZ amount of dollars before I even give this dude a look. So yeah, that's one thing. Like realistic expectations, not Lord, but realistic expectations. And third, man, I'm struggling with the third. Maybe y'all can help me with the third. I don't really know.
Yeah. Man, number 1 for me, it's gonna be expectations. Like, ain't no question whatsoever. Like when I'm talking to women, when I'm talking to giving them advice, they ask me questions. Number 1 thing I'm gonna tell them is like, listen, like if you're looking for a relationship or you're trying to have a successful relationship, then we need to deal with your expectations, because that's going to determine how you show up, and that's going to determine how you are feeling about the relationship. You get what I'm saying? Or the potential mate. You know what I mean? So one of my biggest issues for women is prior to a relationship is they got their lists. Like, so if you want to say number one for me is get rid of the list. Your list is trash. Your list is not going to help you. Your list has not helped you to this point. So why do you still have it? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a reality, bro. Like your list is unrealistic. And here's what's the sad part is you've created a list, to be honest, that if you did find that type of man.
Don't say that. Don't say it. Don't say it.
What?
Say it.
Does he want you? You know what I'm saying? Like, does he want you? You know what I mean? Like, because the reality is, if he's all those things and he's already...
You found a unicorn.
Yeah, you done found a unicorn. He's already all these things. He don't need to work on none of that. Right? He's already emotionally mature. He's already making beyond 6 figures. He's already stable. He don't have no kids. Like all these things that you want, like you got this list. But my question is if he's got all those things, believe me, he got a list. So are you ready for his list?
Right.
So, and are you in a space where you are just as much of a unicorn? You want a unicorn, or you a unicorn?
What baffles me about these lists is like the list equals a perfect man, but you ain't perfect.
Absolutely
you know
not. I mean? That's what I'm
like,
saying. Like, so yeah, so that would be my number 1 is get rid of your list.
Yeah.
Number 2 would be learn how to talk to men. Like I don't. I see it all the time. I see it all the time in marriages around me. And then, female, like my sisters, my different ones who I see out here is like the way y'all communicate about men and the way y'all communicate to men can come off extremely disrespectful. And number 1 for men, above love, above anything else, is respect. So much so that God said it in the Bible. That's crazy. God told women, listen, respect your husband, because he know that's how it meant. Like number 1 for men, every survey they've ever done, number 1 for men consistently is going to be respect. And so often what I've learned from women is oftentimes they don't even realize they being disrespectful. Like they have no clue. This is just how they talk. They've been in majority women environments. And so they just talk about men and talk to men how they've always heard it around them. And the reality is if you're around a man, men don't talk to each other the way women talk to men. Have you noticed? You want to learn how to talk to a man? Look at how men talk to one another. We don't say certain things to one another. We don't communicate with certain aggression towards one another. I don't raise my voice to my boy unless we both talk about sports. That's the only time I'm gonna raise my voice. And why? Because I know better.
Respect.
It's respect, right? I'm not gonna don't raise your voice to me, especially around nobody. Don't say certain things to me, especially around nobody, right? You know what I mean? Like it's a safety thing, right? I know that if I talk to a dude a certain kind of way, I got to be prepared for what comes with that. Absolutely. Same thing for somebody talking to me. You talk to me a certain way, you need to be prepared to be able to handle how you're communicating to me. You get what I'm saying? And so similar to females, y'all have to watch how y'all talk about men because men are not going to enter into and be with nobody that they feel like is disrespectful. Because I'm not going to be in no relationship with somebody who just flippantly talk about men in a way where they're not showing any discernment, any care, any of that. I'm not even going to want to be up around you. I'm not going to have you be in a relationship because you might make me think about hurting. You get what I'm saying? That's how dudes think. So no, they just rather not be in the situation.
My third thing, and again, my disclaimer is intact still. So yeah, I haven't experienced this in my relationship. Would be
that boy making sure. That boy just got married. He making sure he ain't running into no issues. He want to make sure he can stay in the bed. He ain't cutting off nothing. Hey, go ahead. I ain't mad at you, bro. Do your thing.
It would be go get a hobby. I'm being so serious. Go get a hobby. Some of the most.
Hey, women. I just want to say ahead of time. You know what I mean? Please take that the right way. He meant that in the most like.
I'm gonna break it down.
Yeah, break it down for him, right?
So some of the most promising relationships that I was in kind of fizzled out because the person was too consumed with me. And I'm not saying that to be arrogant, but like it was evident that like this person was about relationships and that they didn't have nothing going on, no identity outside of somebody that they was with. And so it's important to me to like know yourself to a certain extent to where you can do certain things and engage in certain things that bring you joy and energy outside of what I can bring. Cause I can't be your everything. You know what I mean? And for you to put everything on a man like that, like he already carrying his stuff. Now he got to carry your stuff 100% on top of that. Like he got to show up to a certain extent, but I'm saying like everything, he can't be your everything. Absolutely. He cannot be the person to bring you joy. He cannot be the person that does any of that for you because you got to have an identity outside of a relationship. So.
Yeah. We didn't have 4 or 5 things, but you got anything you want to add?
Right. I'm like, y'all didn't take all the answers.
Yeah.
I'm going to just expound on what y'all said and probably, I think I got something different on my third one. One, expectations. I absolutely agree everything Kyle said. When we say expectations, we're not telling you not to have standards.
Yeah, absolutely.
You should have a standard.
Absolutely.
But within that standard is a level of realism that you are dealing with another human being. And because you are a human being, you recognize that human beings are flawed, including you.
Yeah.
Which means approaching a situation, not looking for a perfect person or a unicorn.
Yeah.
And seeing that you dealing with another flawed human being. Hopefully you find one who's just simply working on himself to become better day by day. So scale back them lists, get rid of the list. Come up with, I tell women, the women that I know, I say, come up with your pillars. You can call them whatever word, your deal breakers, come up with 5 things that these things they make up the core of what I need in a relationship. Yeah. Everything else is negotiable.
Absolutely.
I'm not negotiating with honesty. I'm not negotiating with.
And they should be character. Bro.
They should be character driven.
That all the time.
We're not talking.
Quit giving me the list about things to do. You need to be looking for character. So honest, faithful, consistent. Like that kind of stuff. I'm cool with that.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. No, but that's usually not what it is.
No, never.
I would say the number one
6
look
foot
for
is what I hear. He got to be over 6 foot.
That part. Like what?
You should be looking for a good person.
Yeah.
And a good person based off character integrity.
Yeah.
I would say my answer number 2 is kind of bleeding to number 1 as far as what women should improve on. We talk about toxic masculinity, but I don't think a lot of women recognize how they themselves promote it and condone it, and push it. And you do that through the expectations you put upon men, the things that you shame men for. And how many of those things are tied to traditional gender roles? And if he ain't 6 foot tall, if he don't make 6 figures, if he doesn't have this level of fame or status, then he is somehow less than. Instead of treating him like a human being. And so I would say that would be number 2 is examine how you, not just the ones you date, but examine how you view men. Examine your beliefs about what a man is, what a man is supposed to do, and how much of that is what you need in a relationship versus how much of that is what you've been conditioned to believe a man is. And how you judge men who aren't that or who don't fit into that perfect frame of masculinity. Usually unhealthy. I've learned that a lot of women's definition of masculinity is not healthy for the man himself. It's beneficial to them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think lastly, what would be the last thing? I would say women, tap into your femininity. Femininity is powerful. Femininity is dangerous. I mean, when I say that, I mean, you talk about seduction and being able, you want to get a man to do what you want him to do.
Hey,
Please.
You can do it without.
hey,
I'm like,
they don't realize the power.
The power
got
in it. And a lot of that is how you communicate to man. I'm not telling you to bow or kneel or you're beneath, but I'm telling you, understanding how the differences. I believe men and women are absolutely equal, but we're different.
Yeah.
And the yin and the yang of that masculinity and the femininity converging together.
Boy.
Like, hey, it's a certain way my wife can talk to me to get me to do any and everything she wants. But it's also a certain way that raises my defenses. Like, who are you talking to?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Like, what? And she might not even meant it like that. I know she didn't mean it like that. But that's how I received it because...
because I don't understand why you talk. Why you see me and feel like it's okay to say stuff like that. It's just crazy to me. That's how I feel, though.
So that would be my 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, y'all. Hey, this segment been crazy, man. I love that we were able to hit on something that most men not gonna talk about, which is getting their heart broke. Like, ain't nobody leading out nothing that way, man. But I just appreciate the vulnerability, man. Just want to echo that, man. But yeah, man, this is the next segment of the Man Space Podcast. Hopefully you loved it, man. Like, subscribe. Hear me, man. Please support. We need you. If you care about us, if you got anything from this entire podcast, go to our YouTube and like and subscribe. Go to our Instagram page, follow and like, right? You know what I mean? Go to our individual pages and like. Man, you can keep up with all of us. We all got different things going on, man. But man, we want to continue to be able to provide content to you, man. But we want to have a safe space for men. So yeah, Man Space Podcast. We out.
Peace.